Ace Podcast.
You are listening to the Super Co-op Squad Podcast, episode 51. In today's show, we'll discuss the mechanics of a pay-to-win system in games, and is this a problem that we face in this industry? We'll talk about what game franchises we feel should make a comeback and which should disappear forever. And there has been some new news in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Hulk has a 3-part story arc. Stay tuned for that and more, including our game segments, fan faves, gamer trivia, and Name the Game.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Super Co-op Squad video game podcast. We are a podcast of friends. We love games, movies, comics, just nerd stuff. We love talking about that nerd stuff, just chatting amongst ourselves. And we go through every week's news and bring you our opinions on all those things. I'm your host, Johnny Mack, and I'm here with my good friends as always, Garrett Laney.
Cuphead.
Great game. Nice haircut as well, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, and Joshua Gerard.
Praise the sun.
I'm bringing it back. Oh, he did the pose too.
He did do the pose. All right, guys. Well, before we get into this, we have our spoiler warning. And as always, we're going to have our terrible spoiler of the week. So let you know that we're not kidding when we say spoilers. And this week's spoiler, Bambi's mother dies. That's it. Just gets shot, brains blown out. Now you know.
It was really a spoiler. It's a Disney movie.
It's a spoiler. The same way The Lion King was Simba, that's a Disney movie.
That really is a spoiler.
Yes, I think so. You never watched Bambi, now you know exactly what happens. So, if you don't want to have real spoilers on real things besides, movies that are 70 years old, then check our show notes. You can see those in the details in the description. There will be a link for those there. Click that link. It's going to take you guys directly to our website. You can read everything that we're going to talk about, our opinions, the timestamps, some pretty little pictures as well. It's a nice little add-on to what we're doing right now. So if you want to skip some things or just know what's going on, head there, guys. Let's hop into this. So pay to win. So this has been a little bit of an ongoing issue in the media, the gaming media, over the last few weeks. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is having some issues with their beta that just finished closing out. A few other games have kind of adopted this sort of model. And so pay to win, just to kind of give it a quick definition, it's a mechanic in gaming. A player can use additional real-world currency to buy in-game upgrades, loot boxes, weapons, decrease cooldowns, or increase stats to give themselves an advantage against players who simply play the game and earn those things through the in-game currency. So, first of all, how do you guys feel about pay to win? Is it an issue? Is it a problem? Do you guys like it in games? Do you dislike it? What's your thoughts on it?
It's a huge issue. It's disgusting. In my opinion, it's in it's a gaming sin. I see it as.
Disgusting is some harsh language, man.
Yeah, it accurately depicts how I feel when I hear pay to win. That's just it's terrible.
I dislike it as well, but I feel like we were always going to get here. Like it was inevitable to get to this point in gaming with the fact that DLC started popping up and then season passes and then loot boxes in general. And you guys know I'm not necessarily against loot boxes, but I have some hesitancies in how those are rolled out across gaming. And so pay to win in the form of loot boxes and just buying things through microtransactions to make yourself better in game than others, it just was always going to get to this point.
I disagree right there. DLC and content is separate from pay to win.
You're right. But what I mean by that is DLC was another way and season passes and just general loot boxes, whether that was skins or like little CDs or music or graffiti tags. Those are all additional ways for them to pull and generate resource and money from their consumer base. And what's another way to do that? To help you win the game easier. So you keep adding more things as far as how to make people spend their money, and this is just a natural progression of that.
So I don't like this in general. The problem is not being able to spend real world money.
Oh, neither of you can do that.
Say that 10 times fast. Scooby-Doo over here.
The problem is not spending real world money to have extra content in the game. The problem is giving someone a competitive edge,
exactly,
where someone else that doesn't want or can't spend extra money on the game to do so.
No, I agree. I think that, disgusting is like that, I mean, that's some real feelings on it. It is not a good thing in gaming. And what I mean by it's inevitable to get to this point is that gaming companies, they're going to find every way they can, most of these companies, to get money out of you. And this was just a progression that continued down the line.
Well, pay to win to me has a specific sort of situation. I don't care if you're a gaming company and you say, okay, guys, get this extra gun. That deal, one hits bosses, whatever, $30 or whatever. I have a problem when it's in a competitive game or anything that's competitive where you can use this item on a player who just wants to play the game and progress through the game naturally with what it has, what the game provides. The big factor to me is once you can use this once you can use what you're paying for, what you're buying towards other players, that's when I have an issue.
Yeah, what's funny about the backlash that's been popping up in this with the recent media with Star Wars Battlefront 2 and some other games is the fact that it's been extremely prevalent in mobile games for years now.
Disgusting.
I mean, it's been there for a long time, and the backlash hasn't been so heavy about it. But now that it's coming to console gaming and to some degree AAA titles on PC as well, people are kind of angered about it
because people don't see mobile games as games. They see them as like apps or something. It's not a big deal until it comes to a home console. Now it's an issue. This is what I've had against mobile gaming this whole time.
I think it's always been an issue, even for those gamers. We'll just have to agree to disagree on if those are gamers or not. But I think the difference here is that this is the first time that we're seeing it really bleed into console gaming, which is why people are so shocked by it.
I wouldn't say the first time. I mean, doesn't like a lot of PC games do this? League of Legends, don't they have like a pay to win aspect?
Absolutely not. Yeah, I mean the same way that Overwatch has skins and things like that. League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm.
It was just in-game content, not weapons or anything. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way to make yourself better by spending more money than X other players. It's not like that.
Okay.
So, just to kind of get some quick background on the Star Wars Battlefront 2 issue specifically, they have loot boxes. Now, what their loot boxes do, at least in the beta, and that they did change some of these things after they kind of have the outcry from many fans, but you would purchase loot boxes or loot stacks, whatever you want to call them. They're loot boxes essentially. And in each box, you have potential gear called star cards that you can, acquire. And some of those might be rare or legendary. Then you use those in game to make your damage have a better boost or a better fire rate or better shields or whatever it might be, better ships. So you can purchase those with your own real money as well as earn them by playing the game. So that's an issue because now if I spend real money, I have better options and more opportunities for me to get these rares or stars or star card legendaries to have better gear than someone who just plays the game and grinds through it all. And that's where we're sitting at right now.
So for me, people are blowing this up more than they should because this type of thing has been around for a while. When you play any card-based game, whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic, in order to get better cards, you have to spend more money. So technically, you can say you have a competitive edge by spending money on more packs. So this doesn't take too much new, but we haven't seen it in as big of a game that has not been out yet, except maybe Destiny, because you can do it in Destiny as well. You can spend real world money to buy bright engrams to get possible loots. So,
well, I'll stop you right there. The bright engrams don't give you anything as far as like gameplay wise. It's all like it's all cosmetics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a difference there. And you bring up a good point with trading card games because that is actually an issue for competitive trading card game players. Would that be the word for them? Trading card game players?
I don't see any other way around it.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. So, if you are playing Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! And a new set comes out and I have a lot more money or I'm sponsored and I can buy packs on packs right away at least, then theoretically, I have an advantage. Now, that's changed in the recent years because now people just buy the card separately. But let's say you play, I'm getting real nerdy here, but an Eternal format where cards from 15 or 20 years ago, they don't print anymore, are cards that are available and super powerful. Since they don't make them anymore, they're $50, $80, $100 a pop. If I can't buy that card, I can't play against a guy with a top tier deck. Because that does come up a little bit, though not as prevalent. But that's a good point. And there's no way around it for them. They just deal with it.
Well, no, there is a way around it. That's why they ban cards, or they have standardized ways of playing where everyone has to use cards from this pool, from this set. Unless you're playing the modern type, and again, I'm now also getting nerdy. The modern game format where you can use any card any time. There's still some banned cards in that even.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they have different formats for that reason. They've got modern or legacy or vintage if you want to get those super rare cards, or if you just want to play with new cards, you got standard, and there are ways around it. I'm just saying that, there's something that other industries deal with as far as people paying to win, because you can't play modern, vintage, or legacy if you don't have oodles on stacks of money.
Yeah, so, and this is where I was going to bring up my next point. So what I hope they do, and something I think can resolve this issue, is essentially separate any of these boosts from like a ranked match. Like if you play a ranked match type of system, none of the boosts actually matter in ranked match, but you still get the cosmetics or you still get the gear. You just don't get the bonus stats. And maybe in a player match or some type of free-for-all, all those stat boosts count. And you kind of separate the competitive versus the people that just don't care about that.
So that brings up another interesting perspective. So yeah, I can definitely see your point in that if they made it where ranked didn't have these things matter. But at that point, that undermines their ability to sell these cards, because many players who really want to buy these to be competitive are going to be the ranked players. So I couldn't see them choosing to ban them from ranked, but then still sell them. They're probably gonna just change up the format on how these things are earned. But I mean, do you guys see more games doing this, or at least trying to get into this pay to win thing on consoles?
I suppose I see Injustice 2 comes up a couple times when this is talked about, and this is referring to the gear system, which I've always kind of been against. I don't like the fact that some person, I can play online, some person has, gloves on that do more damage, or, cause him to take less damage. That immediately loses the competitive edge, and what I see is fairness. It loses out on that, which is why there's the tournament mode and everything. But so they do have a way to deal with that, but it is still there.
Okay. Quick closing statements from each of us. So my last closing statement before we move on is I really just I lament the fact that gaming is at this point where not only is it pay to win, but everything's so segmented. We can't just buy a game for $60 and have our game. You've got DLC and then a season pass and then add-ons, and now it's pay to win to get all the, or pay to win, and you got to buy loot boxes to get the skins. And I know some people like you, Garrett, enjoy the loot boxes, but if it were just the loot boxes as far as skins and nothing else, as all these other things weren't there, okay, that'd be fine. But now I'm spending $60 on a game, and then I spend $50 for the DLC pack, and then I have to grind to get the loot I really like to make to customize my character, and now possibly pay to win. Like, this is it's just getting too much, and I'm not liking where it's going.
Yeah, where $60 turns into upwards to $150 to $200 when it's all said and done. Yeah, I see your point there. I think it's still going to be around until it just doesn't work anymore. We've seen a progression on how DLC and kind of post-launch content is served. Some work where it's free or it's very minimal, and others, people will buy it, so they'll keep doing it. I think I think companies will slowly get into it. I don't think it's going to blow up as big. I'll see other games like Shadow of War where they have the same type of system, but it's for single player content, which is kind of interesting because you're diving into a realm where you're spending $60 on a single player campaign with the option to spend an endless amount of money for loot boxes.
My final thoughts on pay to win. It's throughout these recent years, game companies have been doing things. Some game companies have been doing things that a lot of players don't like. They'll speak out about it. The company is more often than not will fix it. I think this is something that we have to kind of band together, and our words and our dollars actually do mean something.
And our tweets.
Yeah, surprisingly. But I don't see it going away if people keep paying into it. Companies want to make money. That makes sense. They don't do it for free. Johnny, you've often said things, these companies aren't magic fairies that just bring brightness to the world, So I understand they need to make money. And on one point, say for Overwatch and their loot boxes, again, just a great example. That's why we keep bringing them up. Their loot boxes is strictly just cosmetics, nothing else. And for people to buy loot boxes for that helps Blizzard. They now have more money. They can now add more content to their game. You know, it has a positive effect on it. Just there's a right and wrong way to go about it. So I think we have to just not buy into it and stay strong.
Not buy win to it.
Not pay into it. Pay to win to it. Pay to win to it. Don't do it.
All right, guys. Well, let us know. We'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on pay to win, on DLC, on just where the industry's heading in this regard. So email us, contact at scspodcast.net, or reach out to us on Twitter at Super Co-op Squad. The links for both of those media sites and contact methods are going to be in the details and description of the episode. Just click that summary and you'll have the link. Click that and just chat with the guys. Let us know your thoughts. All right, so time for our first game segment. Fan favorites. So every week we'll pick 10 rapid fire questions. We'll answer them, kind of see where we stand opposed and united as fans. So play along, find out what your fan favorites are. Your pick, Joshua.
It's my turn. So I grew up in a house where it wasn't all about video games. It was all about gathering as a family, having friends over, face-to-face, competition, friendly talks.
Ooh.
That just sounds like a crappy childhood. No games?
But it's all about the games, though. It's all about games. So this is called Battle of the Classics. So you gather your friends and family to play some games. No electronic devices allowed. Time to have a good old-fashioned get-together. If you had to vote, pick which of these 2 board games you would rather play. Let the fun and the competition begin.
Okay, let's do it.
So pick which one you would rather play in a get-together. So starting off, would you rather play Connect 4 or Battleship?
Connect 4.
Connect 4.
Connect 4. Checkers or chess? Checkers or chess?
Chess.
Chess.
Checkers. Mousetrap or Kerplunk?
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
Kerplunk. Clue or Stratego?
Clue.
Stratego.
Stratego. Yahtzee or Pop-O-Matic Trouble?
Yahtzee.
Hell? Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. Operation or Perfection?
Perfection.
Perfection.
Perfection. Dominoes or Rummy Cub?
Dominoes, mother.
Rummy Cub.
Question mark? Dominoes. Candyland or Shoots and Ladders?
Candyland.
Candyland.
Shoots and Ladders. Monopoly or Scrabble?
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. And last or not least, the family breaker. Uno or Sorry?
Uno.
I'm going to go sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
All
cool.
right. So, Gary, looks like there's a couple that might have skipped your childhood.
So before we get into our responses and break down the listener responses, just want to make a quick shout out to everyone that, hey, if you are interested in taking the poll every week for our fan favorites, there's going to be a link that's going to be on the very top of the summary of every episode, and that link will be for the next episode. So for instance, you're listening to episode 51 right now. On the top of the show notes, it'll have a link for the fan favorites for episode 52. So if you're listening right now, click on that and you'll be able to take the poll and then be a part of the show for next week, guys. So make sure you do that. And if there'll also be a link as well on lower in the notes for today. So if you want to look at that and go through it, you can still submit a response. Of course, it won't matter because we've already talked about it, but it'll be there for you. So
it'll matter forever.
So knock that out, guys, and give us your poll every week.
All right. So starting off, Connect 4 or Battleship? So we all said Connect 4. I played a lot of Battleship.
Battleship was fun, but Connect 4 you felt good when you gank somebody in Connect 4, man. You just get them.
I never cared for Battleship. Connect 4 was always fun, though.
Connect 4 is all about mining games. And now they have it in Dave & Buster's.
That's funny.
It's just a life-size.
You just humiliate a bunch of drunks.
Yeah. So I saw it on some social media post that someone created a Connect 4 style, but it was like a basketball shootout. So essentially you would shoot in a bunch of different slots and they would slide into a Connect 4 slot.
I've seen that.
Seems pretty random.
It's that involves skill on top of will.
If you miss your shot, then you're
screwed.
Yep.
Yep.
So 75% of our listeners chose Connect 4. 25% chose Battleship. Sunk my Battleship.
All right, next up. Chess or checkers?
I mean, chess is a strategy, a man of strategies game.
It's chess.
Chess is for men, checkers is for boys.
I mean, you don't have to be that harsh, but yes.
I'm just being real.
I mean, I I played a lot of both. I was very dominant at checkers, like very dominant.
Playing the
With the rest of the
5-year-olds.
7-year-olds.
I'm gonna whoop both your asses in chess. No Smash Brothers today. We're gonna play chess.
Mm-hmm.
One of you guys is gonna sit out. Sorry.
Well, 75% of our listeners chose chess. 25% separating the men from the boys there, or men or women from the girls, chose checkers.
A lot of people didn't play chess when I was growing up, so I had to succumb to checkers too.
Sad for them.
Yeah. All right, next up. Garrett, theme song. You know the theme song for Mousetrap?
It's a zany action, a crazy contraption. The fun is catching. It's Mousetrap.
What's funny is he really did do that off the top of his head.
He knows it.
Never played it. I just know the commercial.
That's even funnier that you've never actually played the game.
That's like looking at a magazine for video games and never having to play that one game you always wanted to.
Somewhere there's some marketing guy that's like, yes.
Got him. Well, I didn't buy it, so
But
sorry.
you know it.
I know it.
20 years later.
Didn't bring money to the company.
Either Mousetrap or Kerplunk.
I never played either one, but Mousetrap seemed way more fun.
Just the theme song, so Mousetrap.
Yeah. Mousetrap, it's only fun after someone else sets it up. Like, it sucks being the one to set it up.
It does seem rather complicated of a game. And this is me, the guy who has like every set of zombie side. So there's that.
Oh, Kerplunk's that game with the marbles in the tube and you got to pull out the little stems.
Yep. So it's like pickup sticks, but with marbles.
Never played it. Mousetrap.
You know, I was sad to see that Don't Wake Daddy and Hungry Hungry Hippos didn't make this list.
Hungry Hippos would have been number 11. But I didn't have a good game to compare it with.
Fair enough.
So what's
Crossfire?
You'll get caught up in nerve.
Crossfire.
Yeah. Ooh.
You'll get caught up in it.
Mousetrap, 87.5% of the votes, 12.5% for Kerplunk.
We watched a lot of TV growing up.
His commercials were different back then.
They were great.
They made sense.
Yeah, they
Oddly.
did.
They were all cartoony. All right, next up, Clue or Stratego?
I don't think I have to explain why we chose Clue.
No,
You chose Clue. So
You guys
you do have to
chose
explain.
Stratego?
Yes.
Oh, ugh. All right,
Clue
then.
was never my game.
Your
never-
face is not my game.
Okay. It's true. It is not.
No, that's the wrong game. That's Guess Who, where you guess the faces.
Oh, that's
a
a fun
good game too.
Yep.
But no, never played Clue. Well, sorry. I have played Clue. I own Clue. Never really a big fan of Clue.
I like Clue, and then I have a spin-off of that called Kill Dr. Lucky, which is like the reverse of Clue, where it's like the prequel where you're trying to kill the doctor. I really enjoy that game, so by just default, I like Clue better.
Yeah. Being the oldest or the eldest, I didn't have a lot of these games, these more adult themed games that I could play with anyone because no one wanted to play. And I was too good at them.
Joshua didn't have friends.
That's not what he said.
Didn't have people that understood the game. I played a lot of Stratego with my dad.
So I'm
Joshua
fairly new
didn't
to
have
Stratego, but I do enjoy Stratego more than what's it called? Clue.
Well,
There we go.
Screw you guys, because me and the listeners, every listener went all
Every
in.
listener.
Clue, 100%.
Nobody knows what Stratego is.
Nobody cares about
Stratego is almost as much of a strategy game as. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to get knocked out pretty
Probably. All right, let's go.
hard. All right. Next up, Yahtzee or Garrett had to take a double take. Pop-O-Matic Trouble.
Oh yeah. No, because if you just said trouble, I wouldn't know. But you went
It's called Pop-O-Matic Trouble.
Okay, trouble.
Okay. Yeah. Trouble.
Yeah, Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee.
Yeah. Yahtzee, it's a little bit more controllable, even though it's not.
It's just more fun.
Yeah. And there's different versions
People
of
love
Yahtzee you
rolling
can play
dice.
too.
Yeah, dice is always fun. But our listeners were split. 50-50.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, good thing Yahtzee won.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. we killed it with the tiebreaker there.
All right. Next up, Operation or Perfection. 2 games that will require some type of precision.
I think I like or Perfection better only because that timer when it goes off and it pops up,
Scares the hell out of me.
it really does scare the crap out of
The
you.
real jump scare.
Yes. So there's that. And I never wanted to be, in charge. I never asked to be operating on this man and all his just deformities.
It's true.
I didn't ask for this responsibility.
It's too much pressure.
Yeah.
You're trying to help the guy and he's
Man.
just in your face.
I'm not
the whole
getting.
time.
Yeah.
This man's
Why don't
gonna
we
die.
give this man some anesthesia?
How do you get shopped during the operation?
This is ridiculous. So yeah, listeners, once again, 50-50 for Perfection and Operation.
Perfection took it. All right. Dominoes and Rummy Cub.
All right, so what the heck is Rummy Cub, first of all?
It's gin rummy with dominoes, essentially.
Yeah, Dominoes. And plus, every time I think of Dominoes, I just think of Boys in the Hood with the ice cube just slamming down that domino. Just domino, mother. So, yeah. So, yep, that's why. Plus, dominoes is just more fun.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get 4 people together.
You know, what's funny about dominoes is it has a connotation or a sort of, a connotation where it's played by like gangsters and thugs. You have to be really freaking smart to be good at dominoes. Like, if you don't know how to play dominoes, you think it's just adding 5s and 10s, you're going to get your kicked.
So dominoes is another game that actually has mind games in it.
Yes.
You choose not to play a certain domino because you know someone else has points that they're trying to get, vice versa.
Very, very strategic.
Very meta.
Very strategio. There we go.
Yep.
All right. 100% of our listeners, probably because they had no clue what Rummy Cub was, chose dominoes.
You guys heard of Skip Bo?
Yes. Are you talking about the
card game?
Yes.
Okay. That's like the Rummy Cub of cards.
No.
Skip Bo's good.
You don't know? You're saying no because you don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Ah.
I know what Skip It is.
Skip it.
Oh, man. We are running all the ads.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Bop it. It's coming
Someone
up
sent
next.
us a
Bop
paycheck.
it.
All right. Candyland or Shoots and Ladders?
Only because Candyland had much better art.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, that's kind of what I went to.
Just the art.
Shoots and Ladders is a very ugly board. The original is
is.
very ugly, but the potential for you to be it's like in Mario Kart where you're in first place and all it takes is one bad thing to happen for you to jump down to last place.
One blue shell.
You're like 3 spots away from finishing. You got that shoot that goes all the way down to the bottom.
I'll definitely say that Shoots and Ladders is a better game, but Candyland, there's no losing. You just go through the end.
Yeah. What color did you get? Oh, I moved 2. That's like the earliest version of Mario Party.
It was nothing, yeah, but it just looked better. All right, so with our listener poll, listeners chose 62.5% of them chose Shoots and Ladders. It's the first one they actually think they went against us on, other than the 50-50s. And 37.5% chose Candyland. As a matter of fact, no, I guess I took the what did I get 100% on?
Not a clue.
Clue, yeah. So I guess they didn't all go with us. But yeah, that's the breakdown there. And what we got next, Joshua?
Yep. Monopoly and Scrabble.
No contest.
Yeah, do we have to say anything?
Don't have to.
No.
No.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Monopoly is way better than Words with Friends.
I was going to say the same thing. You can't make a Words with Friend app Monopoly with friends.
maybe I should have did Scrabble and Boggle then.
No one's your friend when you're playing Monopoly. There's no Monopoly with friends. You're all
That's
enemies.
very true. You're out for yourself. You should play like Team Monopoly. Is that a thing?
I'm sure it
You
is.
could have Monopoly in life.
Yeah.
Mix them together.
I mean,
No
Monopoly
one's
still
ever going
would've
to choose
won,
life.
but-
No one
Yeah.
wants any kids.
Nobody. Yeah. It was just a burden. They were just a burden.
Taking up the car, slowing you down.
So 75% of our listeners chose Monopoly. 25% hate themselves and chose Scrabble.
And before the last one thing I thought was great is in the last couple years, they're bringing back all the classics. Like pretty much half of this stuff that's on this list, they brought back in one form or shape.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Last up, again, the family breaker. Probably more than Monopoly, in my opinion. Uno and Sorry.
Both of those games are fun.
Uno's better.
I prefer Sorry. You get the card aspect, and then you just knock someone's piece off. Sorry. You know damn well you're not sorry.
The best part about that is you know that you knock the crap out of someone's piece and it flies across the room and you make them go get it. Sorry.
You guys are jerks, man.
Yeah, Sorry. Uno's a great game, but Sorry is just more fun because it's not necessarily, I mean, it's random because it's a draw card, but you pick who you want to
Yeah.
kill on the board
And
versus Uno is just one
strategy, you know, because if you get that at 11, you can swap places.
Yep.
You get a fresh new piece out on the board. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to switch with the guy that's right behind my home base.
I always feel good in Uno just making someone have 18 cards. You pick up all the cards. I just enjoyed that.
You know what I just found out like a month ago? In the newer versions of Uno, there's a swap hands card.
Ooh.
So, so I'm playing with 2 friends of mine. One has Uno, they're about to go out, and the other person had a swap card. So it went from 1 card to like 11. She's like, F this, and she just dropped the game.
Wow.
Neither of us knew there was a card like that in the game.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You hit me, I'll hit you back.
All right, so Uno won, hands down, 75% to Sorry's 25%. All right, guys.
Damn, that's sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's our fan favorite this week, guys. Give us some themes for next week. Take the poll for the episode 52 fan favorites, guys, so we can get your responses in there, get a better idea of what you guys think, and compare that to our own list.
That was funny.
All right, so a quick opinion piece here. What franchises need to return, and what franchises just plain need to fade away? So, over the course of gaming history, we've seen a lot of iconic series, characters, franchises come and go. Some were great and left too soon. Some not so great and they're still just zombieing around, lingering on, still here, just mere shells of their former selves. So we're gonna take a look at some of our favorites that we wish would return, and some of the games that we're just like, you know what, you just need to die. So I'll start it off. Game that needs to die. Just I'm sick of it.
That's what we're starting with.
I feel like I want to start here. Yeah, get this off my chest. And it hasn't even been around that long. It's Just Dance. I am so sick of them serializing this game.
It's been out since 2010, hasn't it?
That's too many years to count.
Yeah.
I don't even.
That's 7. That's 7 years to count.
It's not just out.
And in that 7 years though, they have at least 10 or 12 games. They're just taking this game and they're just bastardizing it and putting out Just Dance Country, Just Dance Greatest Hits, Just Dance for Kids 1 and 2, and just there's a lot of games. How many games are there?
I don't know, but first game was 2008.
Ooh.
It's been 9 years.
Yeah.
And there's been a minimum one game a year, plus at least a spin-off half the time, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel it's just a cash grab. Like, how hard is it to make this game? There's really no improvements. Now they're ripping us with DLC, and it's fun. It's a fun little party game, but like, do you really need to make it a yearly title? Just stop.
I felt Dance Central was a much better game.
I mean, sadly, it just failed because it was on Connect only.
Yeah.
So was NBA Baller Beats.
Ugh.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, that's the game for me. The first one, Just Dance, just stop, Just Dance.
I like that.
Turn the music off and go home. The party's over. That's mine.
For me, it was a little hard to think of because there's a difference between ones I want to go and ones that should go. I mean, obviously, Just Dance, you want to go. I guess, it could be argued that it should go, but it's making money. People are buying it, so there's a demand for it.
I mean, you can say that for a lot of series.
Which is why this was a difficult list for me to make, because there's a clear difference between it needing to go and it doesn't belong in the world, or I just don't like it.
I mean, that's kind of some flawed logic, because by that logic, someone could say, well, cigarettes are fine. Cigarettes are bad. I have
no problem with cigarettes.
Oh, well, I do, but okay.
I don't smoke, but I mean, let somebody live, man. They're adults.
Well, yeah.
So what do you got?
I wrestled with it, and I guess for the most part, it did stay gone.
WW2K?
No.
Oh, you said wrestled, so.
Rabbits gotta go.
Rabbits
gotta go.
They made like 4 games.
Too many. They got a TV show. They need to go. They got put in a Nintendo franchise.
It's really good.
Can I ask, what's your problem with them?
I just think it's stupid. I think it's just...
Okay, but specifically...
I think he dislikes the Rabbids like you dislike the Minions.
I don't dislike the Minions.
No, I
thought you said you dislike Minions.
I dislike the Minions. And
I
dislike the Rabbids.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just both of you. Okay, never mind.
Just give me a specific. Like, what is wrong with them, man? The world thinks they're funny.
Yeah, the world thinks they're funny. The world thinks a lot of things I don't agree with. That's how it is.
Right, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yep.
Is it the scream?
It's a lot of it.
The twitchy eyes.
They're hideous. They think they're funny. They're not. And it's just, I feel like it's dumbing down America.
I feel like Garrett just described himself. I'm just kidding. I had to get that in there. On behalf of the Minions and the Rabbids of the world. Okay, that's yours.
Turn. So are we doing...
Go ahead, sorry.
Drop the cat. Are we doing... I think Assassin's Creed I think Assassin's Creed needs to go.
I'll fight you on that.
I'm doing 2 ballots. Assassin's Creed has been out almost every year, minus last year, not including the movie, since it's been out. I think they've really kind of burned that to the ground a little bit. Just now with Origins, I like how that's a completely different departure from what they're doing. But for the other games, it's just been very too similar in a lot of ways. Not a whole lot new besides the area. Maybe they tried co-op, but it didn't work as well as they quote it to be. I think Assassin's Creed just needs a nice long break.
That's fair. I mean, I can't really argue too much with that. I didn't touch Unity or Syndicate. Those were the last 2. I'm damn excited for Origin.
Yeah,
and
Origin is the one
was a lot of fun. Yeah, so, I mean, it's weird for me because I didn't touch the last 2 iterations of the game. But, it's not... It's one of those things where, like, this franchise brought more than just the game. It brought a sort of fighting mechanic that you see pretty often. It's brought just the free form and climbing towers, that kind of open worldness that that completionists love to do, just to collect every little thing on that map. So it's hard for me to say it should go, but I can't argue much because I didn't play the last two.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you on that part, but to be out every year, and some even had 2 games a year, not including the mobile or the handheld versions, we could say that about games like Call of Duty, which is on a separate list. But no, something else besides that. I was like, Assassin's Creed I liked it when they took a break because now we get an awesome looking game out of it.
True.
Nice. All right, so you're not gonna like this, Garrett, and I'm sorry.
Probably not. What, Smash Brothers?
Oh God, what the heck is wrong with you?
Smash Brothers needs to go.
No, I like I like Smash Brothers. They've made a lot of these games. They're fun. They had their time, and I feel that the franchise has stagnated. They haven't had new ideas, and that's the Lego games.
Ooh.
They're fun. There's a lot to do. They're great for kids. But now I feel they haven't introduced anything new into the franchise that really makes it stand out. And it's just now they're just cashing in on franchises and on properties that they're bringing into the Lego series.
I would not disagree with that at all.
Wow.
No, I have not liked the Lego games since.
You think
was it the Avengers one?
You think you know a guy?
Yeah, they ruined the formula for me when they started doing voice acting.
Yeah,
that kind of ruined it for me. I'll give the first Lego Batman a pass because it was its own story, and it was still funny. They still had the funny Lego hijinks and everything. But once that damn Avengers one came out, where they ripped the audio from a movie and they put it in the game, and it sounds ripped. It sounds bad. It just made the game unenjoyable for me.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree as much as you think.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked over here.
Damn, you guys are gonna hate mine once it's my turn.
All right, what do you got?
I'll let Garrett go.
I do have another one that needs to go.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And you guys, at least Johnny, you are going to be disappointed in me.
Dang, this is a rotation right here.
The Telltale series.
No, so you're on the opposite side of the Lego, which
I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel the Telltale series has long been overdue. It's long overstayed its welcome.
Ooh. Okay. From the perspective of gameplay, I agree with you. But from the perspective of story, they still tell the best story in gaming, in my opinion.
Make an animated feature.
I just don't think it would have the same feeling if you didn't control the character.
Make a comic. Make a choose your own comic.
Like the old school Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure book.
I just don't see it as a game, and the way that they release it is another issue for me. Where it would be one thing if they released the complete set, but when you go episodic, people forget what happens. People just don't buy the next one. You kind of, in my opinion, screw yourself out of the story. Okay. And the formula is so just cut this out, insert this theme. Cut that out, insert this theme. That's all it is.
Okay, fair enough.
You guys are really going to hate me. Those that are listening, don't hate me on this. Nintendo, don't hate me on this. This is not a hit on Nintendo or anything like that. It's just been around for so long, I could do without it. It's not a hate thing.
Oh, I know what it is.
I could just do without it.
I already know.
What is
Pokemon.
I could do without Pokemon.
Wow.
And I know it's their bread and butter, it's their moneymaker, and I have no problem supporting Nintendo as far as them coming out with games that people like. I personally just can do without any more Pokemon. Just in general. Games, themes, plushies, cards.
You stopped at what, Gen 2?
Yeah, I did. I played the card game more after that, but it's a time gone past and it's just everywhere. It's like memes everywhere, t-shirts everywhere. There's some stuff that's cool, but I don't need you to come up with another 200 plus Pokemon that I need to try to figure out or remember. And because part of it may be because I'm so far behind, but I could just do without it.
That's fair. That's your opinion on it. I disagree 100%. I enjoy Pokemon very much, and I'm very much looking forward to another one.
I think I agree in the fact that I don't want them to make any more Pokemon. Just please stop. Just now make better games.
You want to change the formula a bit?
Just make them more involved stories. Make the battles more difficult. I mean, when's the last time I know you don't like challenge in games, but like...
I already told you the last time I had an issue. That was with the last game. That was Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon's more difficult than you think it is.
Is it? Yeah.
It's not a Dark Souls. It's not Super Meat Boy, but it's more difficult than your average Pokemon game.
I want it to be something where you have to do some more thinking. You have to, match your types up. You've got to pay attention to these kind of things. And it doesn't, the enemies you play in the game, they don't care. You just throw your wall of 6 Pokemon at a guy who has 2, and you're just bound to win
Yep.
half the time.
Yep.
I mean, I would disagree. I would argue that there's a lot of times where you still do need to match up what types you have. Mostly the gym battles when you get to that era. But if you have that one Pokemon that's good for Dragon type, and then your one Pokemon is done, they're gonna start one hitting all your Pokemon, and now it's just a landslide.
I mean, I've always just had it as a battle of attrition. Oh, I can't beat him. I go battle and I level up a guy, and I battle and I die and I level up a guy. It's just an attrition battle because their Pokemon say the same, while mine get better. I don't know. I just feel like there's not enough thinking involved in the game for me personally.
I do feel it's unfair to fight all the Fisher Bobs of the world that only has the same 2 Pokemon against my whatever 6.
Man, that's Fisher Bob's problem. He should have bought more than caught more than the Goldeen and the Magikarp.
Yep, I agree.
All right, so I guess the first game I'll kickstart it that a franchise I really want to come back. It's only because I love Diablo so much. It's one of my favorite games, and this series did a passable, a passable clone of that, and that is the Marvel Ultimate series.
Oh wow, I was thinking the same thing.
Is that on your list?
It is not on my list, but it was a runner up.
Johnny got a fist bump because it's on my list.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a fun game. It had obviously great characters because they had all the Marvel characters in it, and it was fun to just roll through with 4 players. And sadly, couch co-op and even online co-op to a certain degree is kind of diminished a little bit. And I want that. I want games that do more of that stuff. That's what's fun for me. And it's been way too long since they've made another one.
I would argue that the online co-op has diminished. That's not, the companies are still making games for online. It's just lives have gotten busy. Your life, your friends' lives have gotten busy. Games still have online co-op, except Cuphead.
I mean, so many games now. The online cooperative play is just multiplayer or something of that nature. There's not as much like Castle Crashers and Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Diablo and Rayman Legends and stuff like that. There's less of that and more just generic shooters.
I have to agree to disagree.
This year, what game would you say is like, okay, this is a cooperative game this year in 2017? I'll even let you go 16 and 17. Name one.
A minute. Hold on. Because they're there.
Diablo 3 expansion doesn't count for Necromancer DLC.
I was thinking Diablo 3.
That does
just
not
a
count.
character.
It's the same game.
I don't know. I'm sorry I don't have the list of games in front of me.
Well, I mean, but isn't that a problem in and of itself that there's not even one game in the last 2 years?
It's one. There's one I can't think of. That doesn't mean there's not one.
But
there.
if I said other things like
Evolve,
that was like 2014, and again that's a shooter, but that was not even 2015.
I didn't know shooters were out of the.
I'm just saying.
I thought it was the co-op.
No, you can do that too, but I'm just saying that they're very one-dimensional on what we have as options.
I will get back to you on that.
All right, cool.
I just think that's unfair to say. No,
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, you guys know me. I could go Okami. I could go Sly Cooper. Too easy. You guys know I'd go for, obviously, the next Sly Cooper's right around the corner, so that's fine.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
One day Kingdom Hearts 3. But no, for me, KOTOR. KOTOR needs to come back. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I know they did the Old Republic PC game and MMO, and that was what I guess their last hurrah.
I mean, it's still up. It's all free to play now.
That's fine and all, but that's not Knights of the Old Republic. That's not a heavily story-driven Star Wars RPG. That's just a massive campaign. Choices you make matter. It's an MMO.
Yeah, BioWare's not what it once was.
Yeah, BioWare has definitely changed, but that was one of the great games. Maybe, you know what, I'd really enjoy
I'd love a remaster.
I'd love a remaster, and I don't really usually like remasters, but this one I'd appreciate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
It's been a while.
Right. You guys know I like fighting games. Capcom needs to bring this game back some way or another.
Street Fighter?
Nope. They've already brought that back. Power Stone. Power Stone needs to make a comeback.
Never played it.
Dreamcast, baby. It also came out on the PSP, too. Us that are big on the Capcom side is really hoping that like Falcon or someone will make an appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's future DLC. Because it can happen. It's a Capcom game. It was just fun. Power Stone 1 is better than Power Stone 2 as far as the fighting game mechanics. Power Stone 2 added kind of these, not side-scrolling, but level transitions and stuff like that. So it made it pretty cool. But I think that's a game that can either be remade and thrown on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, or just have a cool revamp.
Now, do you think if they made another Power Stone, they'd throw Thanos in it?
No.
Okay.
That would be pretty meta. All right. You guys got any more?
I can
make it a quickie. Make an honorable mention.
I can do that. One I would like to see come back, DJ Hero. The second one wasn't as good as the first one, but damn, that first one was a good game.
It was.
DJ Hero was actually really fun music game. It just came at the tail end of the lifespan of music games, and so it got a raw deal, man.
I mean, the first one still did really well, but that's why they made the second one. The second one's the one that came at the wrong time, and the music was not up to the level of the first one.
Yeah,
I agree.
So, I thought it was too easy. Like, I finished the whole track list on Expert in a day. Like, I picked it up real quick, but it was still a lot of fun. Mine, Nintendo brought it back with Pokemon Puzzle League in a different format, but Tetris Attack needs to come back. Still my favorite puzzle game of all time. Yes. And I need another re-edition on that. If it was on the Switch, that would be great. Just a newer format, not necessarily just a eShop type of game.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, those are our games that we're looking forward to one day, hopefully, maybe, possibly, fingers crossed,
or never.
Say a prayer, throw up a Hail Mary of games that might be coming back, and the games that we just wish would just die.
Sly's coming back.
Hopefully not. Filthy rodent. So let us know, guys, what are some games that you have played in the past that you just wish they need to make another one of, and what series do you think, just put this in a vault somewhere in the Indiana Jones vault and just leave it there.
The Disney vault?
Yeah, for all time.
By top men.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. Time for Gamer Trivia. This is that segment where every week we go head to head, two of us. Best of 5 trivia contest. The winner stays and plays again for the next week. The loser makes next week's trivia. Either way, you get some fun trivia that you can answer wherever you may be. So play along. Let's find out just how much gaming knowledge you have in Gamer Trivia. All right, so I believe I won last week.
You skated by.
Skin of my teeth.
For a game you've never played.
Yep.
Apparently.
Hair of my chinny chin.
But all right. Yeah, I went down. It's true. And so I was in charge of trivia this week. This trivia, I don't know if it's going to be very easy for you guys. Either of you.
I'm going to suffer because he's mad at you.
Typically, your trivia is not easy.
We will see. It'll take some sleuthing. It could be a sort of mystery that has a machine in it.
It's Professor Layton?
Carmen Sandiego?
Hit and a miss.
Where do you get machine out of Professor Layton?
I just heard mystery.
Oh,
yeah, there's mystery, but how did
Scooby-Doo?
After I said machine, no one went Scooby-Doo.
I said Scooby-Doo right now.
Just right now.
But I got it before you said it.
Anyway, mystery machine. This is Scooby-Doo trivia.
Of course, we're messing with you. We knew it was Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
This guy. Can you believe this guy?
Ruh-roh.
Exactly. Question number 1. What is Shaggy's real name? A. Roger. B. Casey. C. Norville. Or D. Shaggy is actually his name.
You know?
I have Joshua's answer.
No. Do you know?
No. Repeat them one more time. I don't know.
What is Shaggy's real name? A. Roger. B. Casey. C. Norville. Or D. Shaggy is his actual name. And I have Johnny's answer. Joshua, you rang in first with the answer A. Roger. Johnny, took you a little longer, but you got there with B. Casey. The correct answer is C. Norville.
I mean, I just couldn't expect it to have 2 crappy names.
That's not very nice. Norville Rogers is his actual name.
So I get half a point.
No, because that is not his actual name.
Rogers.
No, the answer was Roger.
Oh, you're gonna pull that one on me. Okay.
So that is incorrect for both of you. Score is 0-0. Question number 2. Scooby-Doo has teamed up with a lot of guests, such as the Harlem Globetrotters and Batman and Robin. Which of these characters and or celebrities did he not team up with? A. The Three Stooges. B. The Addams Family. C. Richie Rich. D. Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. Or E. They have all teamed up with Scooby-Doo. I have Joshua's answer, and I have Johnny's answer. Switch it up this time. Johnny, you answered E. They have all teamed up with Scooby-Doo. Joshua, you've answered B. The Addams Family. The correct answer is D. Gilligan.
Dang.
So
Right.
that is incorrect for both of you.
Right, get any right.
Nobody, not even us, knew what you were talking about.
What the rack, Barrett?
Wow. Language.
You just start making noises.
Better censor that, Johnny. I heard what you said. All right. Score 0-0. Fun fact number 1.
Yay.
Since 1969, Frank Welker has voiced Fred in every Scooby-Doo series except one. This includes Robot Chicken and Family Guy. Where Fred Jones shows up, that is still Frank Welker.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Question number 3. Which of these horror celebrities were a main character in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo? A. Elvira. B. Herman Munster. C. Vincent Price. Or D. Wednesday Addams. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Run that again.
Which of these horror celebrities were a main character in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo? A. Elvira. B. Herman Munster. C. Vincent Price. Or D. Wednesday Addams. I have Johnny's answer, and I have Joshua's answer.
I don't even know if I've ever seen this movie.
Johnny. Well, it's a
Or
series.
show. Series. Oh, it's a series. Oh, no. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it.
So, Johnny, you've answered A. Elvira. Joshua, you've answered B. Herman Munster. The correct answer is C.
Damn.
Vincent Price.
We're finally going to do it.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Have we ever gotten a double skunk before?
We've never done that.
Lowest is 2 points, right?
Yes.
2 aces.
All right, that is incorrect for both of you. The score is still 0-0.
Wasn't kidding.
Bonus fun fact. Though the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo was only 13 episodes, only 11 ghosts were caught, meaning there are still 2 more ghosts out there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever do something with that.
Probably not. Especially since Vincent Price is dead. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Well,
Question number 4. What is the name of Scooby's dim-witted cousin? A. Scooby-Dum. B. Scooby-Dim. C. Scooby-Duh. Or D. Dim-Dum.
I finally get one right.
I actually don't know. Run that off again.
What is the name of Scooby's dim-witted cousin? Scooby-Dum. A. B. Scooby-Dim. C. Scooby-Duh. Or D. Dim-Dum. I have Johnny's answer.
Hell, I don't know.
And I have Joshua's answer. Joshua, you said C. Scooby-Duh. Johnny, you said A. Scooby-Dum. The correct answer is A. Scooby-Dum.
Couldn't get away with that now.
I'm glad I got one.
That is correct, Johnny.
2 on the nose.
Joshua, that is incorrect. The score is 1-0 in Johnny's favor. Fun fact number 2. Kind of a long one. In 1979, the series had a drastic change. There was a voice actor strike, and as a result, the voice actors for Daphne, Velma, and even Fred were not working. With more than half the gang not working, we get a new dynamic featuring Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy-Doo. The next member of the band to come back was Daphne in 1984. It's a pretty big gap.
It's a long time, yeah.
All right. Question number 5. Not including the movies or the non-canon A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, how did Shaggy and Scooby meet? A. Shaggy bought him at a shelter. B. The gang found him while searching an abandoned house for clues. C. Shaggy found him in a box. Or D. It's never known. All right, I have Joshua's answer and Johnny's answer, not much longer. Joshua, you answered D. It is never known. Johnny, you answered B. The gang found him while searching an abandoned house for clues. The correct answer is D.
Yay!
It is never known how they met.
I thought that would be too easy. That'd be way too easy. Okay.
So, Joshua, that is correct. Johnny, that is incorrect. The score is 1-1.
Hey, we're tying the bottom of the barrel.
Crap, man. I should have chose D, so I could have won without any worries.
Alrighty. Now it's time for the bonus question. You guys know the rules and how this goes.
Oh, damn.
You can bet as much points as you have, including 0. So go ahead and place in your bets. If you get the question right, you gain that many points. Get the question wrong, you lose that many points. I have Johnny's bet.
Do I really want to bet any points or not? I do not know.
And I have a picture from Joshua. Okay. Bonus question. What is the one Scooby-Doo show in which Frank Welker did not voice Freddy?
Why are you?
It has been mentioned in this trivia. Not such a... No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. This question should have been so much easier.
And even if a catastrophe, there is a much easier question. I have Joshua's answer. I have Johnny's answer.
I don't like that you said it that way.
Joshua, you've answered the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And then you send a gif of Scooby and Shaggy saying Zoinks from Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Is that what it's from?
Yes, that is what that scene's from.
Think you know it, guys. You said.
Johnny, you answered, what's up, Scooby Pup?
Is that a show?
No.
Oh.
Dang it.
What's up, Scooby Pup? Not a show, therefore, not the right answer. However, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo is also incorrect.
Really? Damn it.
The correct answer was a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Crap, I knew it was something like that.
I'm sorry.
I only said like 3 shows.
So, now for the points. Johnny, you had 1 point. You bet 1 point. Brings it down to 0.
Yes?
Joshua,
Yeah.
you had 1 point.
Yeah.
Your bet was a picture of Zero from X-Men. Wow, from Mega Man, from Mega Man X.
Mega Man X-Men. That's what we're going to
Mega Man X-Men.
hybrid show we're going to do.
That leaves you with 1 point.
That sucks.
And the winner of the Scooby-Doo trivia.
I don't remember the last time I won trivia. Damn.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, you like that picture, huh?
That was funny. That was very clever.
That's why it took me a while to answer.
Dang it, I was on the right track, too.
You were. Unfortunately, that was not the right answer. All right, that is Scooby-Doo trivia. Joshua, you're the winner, which means Johnny, you're in charge of trivia next week.
Yep.
And Joshua, I'll see you on the battlefield.
Johnny would have won if it wasn't for those meddling trivia questions.
All right, so some interesting news coming out of an interview with Mark Ruffalo from IGN. Mark Ruffalo's not from IGN. IGN did the interview. Mark Ruffalo is the actor that plays Hulk / Bruce Banner in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So in an interview, he discussed the fact that Thor Ragnarok will be the beginning of a 3-part story arc of films for the Hulk. The interesting thing will be all these story arcs will be a part of the next branches of the Marvel movies. So Thor Ragnarok, the upcoming Infinity Wars movie, and then the unannounced Avengers 4 film. This is an interesting way to do this. What does this mean? Why are they kind of going this route? Your thoughts? I guess I should say beforehand, before we get into the speculative nature of this, Universal still wholly owns the rights to any standalone Hulk film. So Marvel can't make one in their Marvel Cinematic Universe on its own. It would, the rights revert back to Universal in that point. But, why go this route then?
Well, I suppose when you really think about what the Hulk has done or been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not much. He hasn't done too much. No kid is going to go, oh, let me get that Hulk toy because I like the way Hulk smashed.
Some will, but I see your point.
Yeah.
He's not prevalent in the series. He doesn't show up in very many of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's where I'm going with. So, people still don't know who or what it is about Hulk. How did he become Hulk? We're still going with, actually, wasn't one of the last Hulk movies technically canon to Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, it is
the
canon.
Ed Norton one?
It is technically canon because it does have an appearance from, I believe, Black Widow in that film. Or was it Tony? No, it was Black Widow. But yeah, I don't know. This seems like an interesting move for them to, like you said, to continue flesh out the character because they haven't yet. But are people going to care? And is this going to bloat these movies too much? Having a story arc within another movie seems like a really interesting choice.
I mean, it's one way to tell the story of the character without losing your rights to the character.
Fair point.
Yeah, I'm personally okay with it. I think the Hulk does need more screen time. I think Bruce Banner needs more screen time, but
Mark Ruffalo needs more screen time.
Yeah, but as it kind of shows in the comics in Thor Ragnarok, or the type of comic, was it Planet Hulk? That he essentially stays as Hulk and doesn't revert back to Bruce Banner for some period of time. So we don't know if that's going to take place in Thor Ragnarok, and are we going to get a little bit more fleshed out Hulk? Because they showed him off quite a bit in the trailers. Are we going to now see that start to be a progressive storyline where it branches out, where Hulk is actually doing something? Why is he out in the middle of outer space? And what's he been doing? Why has he been missing in, the last Marvel movie? He disappeared. No one knows why. So I'm curious to see where that story lies.
But does that really need a whole 3-movie arc within someone else's 3 movies?
No, I see where you're going, but I think what they're trying to say is we're trying to develop some type of story or introduce more aspects to this character. If we can't do this in a solo standalone film, we're going to put pieces in different movies to tell this story, which in a cinematic universe, they can do.
I like the fact that they're trying new things, but I think that this is not a good move. I think that these movies are already too bloated with heroes and too much going on with these crossover event type movies where you've got 15 heroes. I mean, just the amount of things going on in, Captain America's Civil War was just astronomical.
Oh, you're telling me that the superhero movie has too much superheroes?
Yes. When you're going to have in this upcoming Avengers movie 27 main characters, that's a lot of people. Like
that's literally just in 2 movies, 3 if you want to count part 2. That's Civil War and the new Avengers movie, which makes sense that everything's been leading up to this. Let's maybe have everybody in it. So,
right. So,
but the rest of the movies, all of the other Marvel movies, that hasn't been an issue.
Yeah. So I think you're missing it. So yeah, sure. Thor Ragnarok might be a decent way to tell a small story with the Hulk. Then that's going to continue for the arc part 2 of that Hulk story in the next Avengers film, which is the one that's this Infinity War. That has like 27 main characters. Every Guardian of the Galaxy, all the people from the standalone movies for the most part are going to be in it. And within that, you're going to tell that story about Thanos and everything going with that and making all these characters meet up as well as tell the second part of Hulk's standalone story. That's a lot of things to go over.
So it's not necessarily the number of heroes is an issue for you, but right now you're specifically talking about trying to tell too much story or too many different stories.
Yes, I mean
this span of movie.
100%, and I don't mind a bunch of characters. They did a halfway decent job of doing that in Civil War, but it's only going to get worse with more characters. You're trying to tell a big story here, and if you don't have time to talk with each character and learn their motives, what they're doing, how they meet, if you just gloss over these things, let's say Captain America shows up and he's like, "Oh, Tony, who's these guys? Oh, they're the Guardians of the Galaxy. I brought them in to help us." What? Like you just brought them in? Like what do you mean? Like, and I feel like they'll start making those just generalized kind of story plot devices because there's too much to do to get to anything meaningful.
Well, I suppose that's why it's 2 parts, and they could even. What I'm seeing is they could even have these actually be long movies because we don't know the runtime of the movies. This could be, Lord of the Rings caliber of Avengers Part 1.
I sincerely doubt that. These are movies for children. There's no way they're going to be more than 2 to 10.
Kids like Lord of the Rings too?
Yeah, they do, but those films were not for children. Those were targeted towards adults. Very different thing, I think.
Yeah. I don't even think they've confirmed that the next Avengers film is going to be any type of standalone or story arc in there.
They have. It's going to the next one's going to include the Hulk third arc, and it's going to definitely have the ending to this Thanos saga.
Well, you're talking about Infinity War Part 2 or the one that's coming after that?
As far as I know, those are the same movie as of right now. They have not confirmed that those are separate films.
See, that's been the issue here, is that people keep saying Avengers 4.
Because they don't know for sure the title. Is that
separate from Infinity War?
They don't know for sure the title is going to be Infinity Wars Part 2. They're not sure yet. There's been no title.
Why not just call it Infinity War Part 2 subtitle, whatever you're going to call it? That'd be knock out this confusion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Question for you, Johnny. With Ragnarok coming up, do you think 3 superhero characters is too much in one film?
No, it's not a problem.
Okay.
But 27 can start to possibly be a problem.
That wasn't his question.
I answered his question, and then I said my follow-up. So that's all I got on this. You guys got anything else?
I'm looking forward to it. More Hulk, I like. That's a good idea.
I'm curious if they're going to try to... I mean, I don't think they should try to retcon anything that's been in the other 2 Hulk movies. I think you just take what story you've built and kind of progress forward, not regress back.
Not to confuse anything, but as of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's only 1 Hulk movie, which Disney did not do.
They didn't retcon it.
Yeah.
So, you typically, Garrett, don't like brawlers and rage guys. Why do you like the Hulk? Like, why do you want to see more of that?
Well, this is War Planet Hulk, and from what I've seen Planet War Hulk. War Planet
Hulk.
Something else. That's DC.
Planet of the Hulks.
It's just Planet Hulk.
He's becoming more intelligent, and now that he can actually speak, and he doesn't just go rah, 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 Hulk smash. This has more depth. This character has more depth, and I enjoy it more. I'm not necessarily going, yeah, Hulk movie, yes. Just it's something I'd watch.
Okay, cool, fair enough. All right, guys. Well, let us know what you think of this kind of change to the format for these upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe films, and give us your opinions by email, contact@scspodcast.net, or on Twitter. You can find the links for both those social media locations from us in the details and description of the episode. So click that link, and it'll take you right to it to chat with us. So speed run. So every week we take 10 topics, quick ones that could make a full segment for us. We discuss them 1 minute at a time. Finish or not, we're moving on. So we got to go fast.
Yep.
In the speed run.
They threw him off.
The creators of South Park announced their latest episode will be a direct prequel story to their new South Park game releasing this Tuesday, which is South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
A prequel to the butthole.
Still a good name.
It's very, very genius.
I think it's a great way to promote your game and try to get people to buy your game. Want to find out the rest of this episode? Go play it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good way that this doesn't surprise me seeing Matt Stone and Trey Parker do it this way. It's like you said, Joshua can drive sales, and I mean, if people want to know what happens next or how something came to be, this is how to do it. I wonder how it's going to show your created character. Like, will that even be a factor? Will Cartman just go, oh yeah, my next door neighbor?
Yeah,
and,
I think
just off screen kind of thing.
Yeah. When the new kid comes.
Next. Epic Games' Fortnite was a gamble, and it's paying off. Fortnite has hit over 10 million players.
Hot damn.
I mean, that's cool. It's a free game.
Yeah, and it's rife with problems. People are cheating left and right. They're banning people, trying to sue people for cheating.
All right, so make it 9 million.
Yeah, they're definitely
99 million.
They're
990,990.
Fears on the wall. Okay.
Yeah, math.
Are there
numbers.
no microtransactions in this game at all?
I'm not sure, actually.
No pay structure, like if you want this or skin that.
I mean, I would imagine for a free-to-play game, there's some sort of microtransaction in there. They have to make money somehow.
Well, keep in mind that the whole game is not free-to-play. It's just the one mode that you can download.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the game costs money. So it's just the mode that PUBG is complaining about.
Okay, which they promoted this game, by the way.
Right. They were their own marketing department for them.
So out of this, we don't know if there are 10 million people who bought the game or they're playing it for free.
Could be a mixture.
Yeah, it's a mix. They are definitely not 10 million sales.
I would imagine it's at least 1 million.
Next.
Tamagotchi pets are coming back thanks to Bandai and their 20th anniversary present to all 90s kids worldwide.
Is this a present, though? This seems more like a lump of coal.
I
mean, it's still a present.
Tamagotchi was fun. Does it need to come back? No. But it was fun.
I just wholly dispute the fact that a lump of coal could be considered a present by anyone.
Yeah, it's
you get thrown at somebody.
It's a present for bad kids.
You can keep you warm, cook your food. That's important.
I like how Garrett takes his bad present and turns it into something good for him.
Silver lining.
I know what to get you for Christmas now, Garrett.
Well, I mean, I still need 2 lumps of grill.
No, just the lump of coal's fine. I don't care about Tamagotchis, man.
It's the time way
Just
gone
give me
by.
an app. Just give me an app. It's fine.
They're smaller, too. They're 16 by 16 instead of 16 by 32 pixels.
Just make it an app.
What if they want their steak medium well? Then we ask them politely but firmly to leave. King of the Hill.
Oh, okay. I missed that one. I wasn't as big a King of the Hill guy. We are all over the place on this minute.
Nobody cares about Tamagotchi.
Why did you put it in the notes?
It's a thing.
Next.
Games Done Quick. Why do I have this? Games Done Quick announced that one of its most watched and donated speedruns will not be a part of Awesome Games Done Quick 2018. Many fans and donators are upset and disappointed that nobody will be able to save or kill the animals early next year.
Should we talk about what game it is?
I didn't write this note, so...
It's Super Metroid.
Thank you.
Yes.
Probably the biggest donated speedrun.
It is their biggest donation. I cannot believe that they're not having it.
Yeah, it's usually second or third to last on the last day.
It's their big thing.
Well, you've seen why, right?
I've heard why. I don't count that as an excuse.
Whose sick joke was it to make me read that when you guys know I don't care?
I don't put these in order of who should read them. But anyway, the whole thing is because in the last couple of years, when they do the speedruns with 4 people, almost all of them will die or lose. And if they die, they don't get to hit the incentive bonus that people voted on, which is at the very end of the game. So if you don't hit the incentive, or if you don't meet the end of the game, was the incentive really worth it? You're going to have $1 million donated, but you can't vote on it because you died.
I mean, I suppose that to a certain extent that makes some sense for the people donating, but also you're donating for a good cause.
Yes.
So it should be more about what you're donating to and not the incentive of the game. I understand it's not right to say, oh, we'll do this. Oh, we couldn't do that, but we'll take your money. I understand that, but next. Some retail stores are demoing Super Mario Odyssey, and speedrunners are currently trying to see how fast they can finish a level before the demo timer ends.
How crazy is that?
That's pretty funny. Never thought of that. Never thought of speedrunners doing like a time demo, seeing how far they can get.
Well, they're just getting an early gameplay time to practice their speedrun.
I would assume that this is the demo we played at E3.
Yeah.
Because that was timed.
Yeah. And they've added an extra level since then, but yeah, it's pretty much not New Dog City, but the sand level, because you can go on and explore. I think the fastest time is under like 6 minutes.
Well, all right, get back in line.
I don't know if that's
if
catching
you want to
all
play
the
game
moons
again.
Yeah, right? Or just like, sorry, I finished it, so my turn's not over. I didn't get a game over.
Speedrunning before the game's out. That's ridiculous. I wonder if that's going to count as a world record. Like, is that going to be put in?
I think Guinness? I don't know.
No.
Johnny, do you not care?
No, I don't.
He doesn't have a Switch.
I don't like. I'm gonna get a Switch. I don't care about speedrunning.
That's
right. Our whole segment here is called speedrun.
Yeah, but it's different. Like, I don't care about speedrunning games. I shrugged my shoulders. You couldn't see that. Sorry, guys. I shrugged.
Dang.
I don't care about speedrunning.
It even has a game called Speedrunners.
That game is awesome.
Oh, look at that. Next.
Nintendo has announced for the first time ever you can use My Nintendo Gold points to redeem for games on the eShop. Currently, there are only 3 games that can be redeemed so far. They're not even like high. Like one's like Bit Trip Runner or something. I could be wrong on that. But it's cool that they're starting this. You can actually put your points to some use, I guess.
Yeah. Rather than just redeem for what they had on the site,
like
or
a wallpaper, or
a poster.
Yeah, or a stamp, a gift card that you're never going to use.
Yeah.
An envelope.
Pour one out for Club Nintendo. R.I.P. Club Nintendo.
Yeah. Did you get those free games when they went?
Yeah,
was one of them Punch Out or something like that?
They went super cheap. I got them. Yeah.
Well, you could get whatever you want. You had your choice of 2 games.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, any 2 games. Okay. Well, that is not this topic.
No. So,
you got anything else for My Nintendo Gold points?
Well, but they only have 3 games available, so...
Do we know what the other games are?
I didn't conjure the list. I didn't think anyone was going to care as much. Johnny,
we have to talk about it for a minute, Joshua.
Johnny killed the vibe.
What? How did I kill the vibe?
A little bit.
Next.
Studio MDHR announced that Cuphead has gone platinum. In 2 weeks, the game has sold over 1 million copies.
In your faces. You guys doubted Cuphead's power.
You guys? You're not talking about me, are you?
I remember specifically Johnny going, I don't think it's going to do good. I think it's a fun game, but I don't think it's going to sell much.
Yeah, I did say that. And Joshua, you were right there with me.
Yes,
Your literal words were, try to distance yourself, get away from the backlash.
I don't like confrontation, but I have faith in Cuphead.
It also, though, keep in mind, it's only a $20 game.
It's a $20 game exclusive to PC and Xbox.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, though, than if it were a $60 game.
I mean, well, yeah, that portion, yeah, but it's not as easy if it was multi-platform.
That's true. Anyway, good job, Cuphead. I'm not hating on it. I like the game.
Fantastic job, guys. Looking forward to a second one.
Not too fast.
Well,
let's wait a few years.
We'll see. I mean, I'm glad it did very well, and this is only 2 weeks in. People are still going to buy it.
I mean, if it took 9 years to make this one,
get started.
I don't want Cuphead 2 next year.
Right?
Get started.
Yeah,
I'll see
you in 6 years.
Or 2.
Next. Ed Boon discussed interests in possibly porting Injustice 2 over to the Nintendo Switch, but would need to hire another company to help, as the architect for the Nintendo console is very different from anything his team has worked with. Makes sense.
You know what that tells me? They didn't have any intention on doing any of these games for the Switch.
Well, no, they didn't.
I think many companies were in that same boat, and then Nintendo, I think, is showing that they have a desire to work with these companies. And now companies are being responsive to that.
Yeah, Injustice came out 2 months after the Switch.
Yeah.
No one knew what the Switch was going to bring, especially after that debacle of the Wii U.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I think that's actually 100% false. These game companies, they get development kits and things like that way ahead of
early,
time.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
If they want.
yeah, so they just weren't. Nintendo didn't reach out to them or couldn't get them to agree to work with them. And now, for whatever reason, that has changed.
Yeah, and the way porting usually works is studios will outsource their games and their code to someone else to port for them. Usually they don't do a direct port if they didn't have the intention in the beginning.
Right, it's a waste of that company's time.
Yeah,
You know, they have
just pay someone else to do it, or they get the money for it.
yeah, their top-notch developers can make their own games rather than bottom feeder developers remaking someone else's game.
I wouldn't say bottom feeders, but...
Next.
Fox announces its new director for the upcoming X-Force film. Drew Goddard, known for being executive producer for the Martian movie and TV series such as Alias and Daredevil, will be running the helm. The upcoming movie will be focused on Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Josh Brolin's Cable.
So this will be after Deadpool 2.
Yeah, which they've confirmed. So we get another Deadpool 2 movie, but not called Deadpool.
With more, I would assume, with more people.
I just can't wait for the fan theories that Cable turned into Thanos and all this stuff.
Is Domino going to be in Deadpool 2?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, just make sure I didn't mix them up. Well, who else could be in X-Force? I don't follow the
Wolverine.
comics, so...
Yeah, Wolverine is typically a part of it. Deadpool, Cable, Domino, Psylocke is normally a part of the team.
All right. I'm up for more Olivia Munn.
Forge is part. No, please no. Forge is normally part of the team. There's others.
Negasonic Team
Bishop.
Warhead.
No, she's not. No.
Bishop?
I don't know. I was saying that.
No. Bishop's
Okay,
not a part
no.
of. No.
No, I was just kidding.
Well,
Sure, you were.
I mean, cool. You got someone that has done pretty good movies and TV, so we'll see.
Next.
In other X-Men news, Fox announces a release date for the spin-off Gambit movie. Following the style of Deadpool, the film is scheduled to release February 14th, 2019.
So this one's finally getting off the ground.
Does it still have Channing Tatum attached to
Yes,
it?
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
He
I'd say
kind
good.
of has the look. If
He
if
definitely
slims
has
up.
the look. I mean, well, they photoshopped his face as Gambit, and it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, can he act the part though? I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see his Cajun accent.
I think he's actually a better actor than he gets kind of a rep
Thank
for.
you.
He's a better actor than he gets a rep for. A lot of his roles, he just doesn't have to do a lot of acting.
Yeah, it's
He's
not
just
Yeah,
super
he should be
serious.
himself.
be a meathead essentially.
Kinetic card.
But when I saw him in The Hateful Eight, he had a brief role in that. He did fairly well.
Did not know he was in the Hateful Eight.
He was. Had you watched it, you'd know.
Duh.
All right.
But yeah, I think he can act. I just don't know if he will be what we need to be Gambit.
Well, we just need a Gambit right now.
Well, we already had one. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I forgot.
Well, I think this movie has a better chance of surviving coming out at this point in time versus when Origins came out.
And
All right. Well,
what the hell did you have to remind me about that movie?
sorry, man. That's a fan favorite. Good God. That's
You did good last week. You did good last week.
that's speed run, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed our quick pick topics. That could have been another name for this.
Quick
pick topics. Speed run sounds better.
You mean like a speedrun?
QPT.
So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, guys. All right, so our final segment, name the game. So we have 3 games, 2 competing hosts, and clues that lead to the correct answer. So use your wits, match the clues, and name the game.
I'm scared.
Why?
I'm scared.
Why?
Joshua, you're in charge of naming the game.
Yeah, who won last week?
Well, me.
Well, so why are you scared?
Because you got skunked, so you got it out for me.
Ah, no, I don't play that game. What are you talking about? As much as I hate losing to this game because I feel I should win all of them.
Only Garrett comes back with revenge.
Yeah, that's true.
Serious, Joshua?
Let's go.
You agree with that?
Sometimes. Johnny does it too. All right, so you guys ready to name the game? First game, staying alive to get the highest score is the name of the game.
Tetris.
No,
Kill Floor.
no. The music is so catchy it makes you want to keep playing more.
Guitar Hero.
No,
Boogie.
no.
Seriously?
Boogie, wow.
Damn, I thought that was
That's a
it.
deep cut. Enemies come in all shapes and sizes. Remember, you say pass if you don't
Pass.
Rock Band.
know. No. A re-envisioned asteroids for the new age.
Galaga.
No.
Asteroids?
No. An exclusive...
Geometry Wars.
Can I finish the question?
I wanted to make sure I got it.
You got an exclusive Xbox 360 arcade game.
Geometry Wars.
It's Geometry Wars.
Never played it.
You've never played Geometry Wars?
No.
Oh man, it's so good. Twin stick shooter.
Okay.
You just gotta play it. Okay. 1 Johnny. All right. Next game. An old hero has a new game that you didn't see coming.
Duke Nukem?
New.
Dune.
New. This game started a revolution in how this type of game was made and played.
Halo Wars.
New.
Can we get the first clue again? Or do we do that?
No, we've never done that.
Okay, no problem. Revolution. Assassin's Creed.
New. Many tried to follow the format, including big-time name Disney.
Pass.
Disney Infinity.
New. Make your parents buy them all because that's what the hype does to collectibles.
Skylanders.
You're on the right track.
I know. I don't know why I went that one first.
You forgot we were talking about a different game, not the reference.
Yeah.
So that's at a second point for Johnny. You were right there. But hey,
stupid mistake.
Don't get skunked. Third game. This is a game that is well renowned all year long.
Call of Duty?
No.
Pass.
Score as many points as you can against the opposing team.
Madden NFL?
No.
Splatoon?
No. This game's pretty big in the US, but it's really popular in Europe. FIFA. Nice. You got a sports one. You like the little twist in there. See, you know sports.
No.
You know sports. Point for Garrett.
No skunks.
But Johnny is this week's Name the Game champion.
Why did I go Disney?
Yes.
Yeah, you had it. Live and learn.
Thanks, Spyro.
Just like Sonic tells you.
All right, guys. Well, that's Name the Game. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you did better than Garrett.
Name the Game.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when you lose. But yeah, that is Name the Game, and I leave happy today.
I think he's more concerned about doing it because he has the hard games.
All right, so listener mail. This is the part where we talk about the mail from listeners. Yeah, nailed it.
You did better than last week.
All right, so email number 1 comes from Cooper. Garrett, you want to go ahead and read that one?
Which is a response?
Oh, yeah, it's a response to our listener question last week, which was if you had to get one video game character's name.
Face.
Face tattooed on your chest, who would it be? You have to pick same-sex or non-gender specific. So, Cooper, Garrett, take it away from Mr. Cooper.
All right, well, unfortunately, Cooper didn't go Sly Cooper. Cooper says, this question isn't even a hypothetical. I'm living it. I got a little Mario right on my chest, keeping gaming close to my heart.
Like a baby Mario?
Is it like Mario before a mushroom?
I'm pretty sure it's just like a little Mario tattoo.
Well, that's a good point. You know,
Is
pre mushroom?
Yeah. Is it pre Super Mario? Is it just Mario?
Does he have a cape or a Tanuki suit? Which Mario?
No,
Cooper, which Mario is it?
Because Super Mario is actually Mario with...
Yeah. Post-mushroom.
Just getting a mushroom.
He made sure to say Mario, not Super Mario, and he said little, so I guess we have to assume then.
It's pre-mushroom.
Yeah, it's just
Mario.
little
It's just
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah,
8-bit Mario or 16-bit Mario?
I'm going to go 8-bit.
I
I
hope
like
it's
the
8-bit.
16-bit one better.
I like the 8-bit. You like
Okay.
Mario World Mario? Little Mario?
Yes.
He's got a weak spin jump.
All right, so email number 2 was from Keith. Joshua?
All right. Keith, also voting with our listener question, says the master of evil himself, Dr. Eggman, or the old school gamers know as Dr. Robotnik for the older crowd. Well, to be fair, it's on my arm, but if I did get a tattoo on my chest, then it'd be awesome because I could have it designed so all my chest hair would be where the mustache goes.
Clever.
And then I'd dye that section red. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
Well, because he has a red mustache. Oh,
I know.
you're talking about the chest hair being...
Yeah, to design your
Makes
tattoo.
sense.
It's funny.
The nipples can be as big, black, beady eyes.
Ugh.
That's a little spread out. That's a big face.
Yeah, I'm thinking the whole chest. That's what I'm thinking.
Also, whose nipples are big, black, and beady?
I mean, there's very many different nipples out
Black,
there.
beady nipples?
No, it's a
black
tattoo. He was bold enough to get his nips
You know
tatted.
how much that... Oh, God.
Yeah, I can imagine. But hey, people have done worse.
Hey, Keith's a
Done
man's
crazier.
man.
Gee, yeah, apparently. He get no play with the ladies having that kind of beard on his face, on his chest. Take his shirt off. What is that? Oh, it's Robotnik. See, it's just his mustache.
Oh, it's Robotnik. No, it's Eggman.
I do prefer Robotnik over Eggman.
Yeah, same here. But that's because we're the older.
Yeah, and because his body's shaped like an egg, they're like, oh, Eggman.
Yeah, it's
Because
stupid.
that's what Sonic called him in a joke, and then they just kept it.
Yeah, it's
For
stupid.
whatever reason.
All right. Well, I guess I would have to pick. I don't know who I'd pick. Who'd you guys pick?
You had a whole week
I have a couple.
for your question.
Oh, I know who I'd pick. I'd pick Isaac from Dead Space. His freaking sick helmet on my chest. That helmet's sick, bro.
Okay. You know, tattoos don't work out so well for people like us.
Well, you mean for us? For me, both of you are light skinned. It would be just fine.
Okay.
I feel like
I
Garrett,
was trying to sympathize.
I feel like
but-
Garrett's going to pick like male Pikachu.
No, I know exactly what I'm going to pick.
We'll see. All right, what you got?
I don't want a tattoo.
You don't have
So, I'm going to Ghost. A Pac-Man Ghost.
the blue or a specific color?
Blue. Because then that way they have to do even less detail. They just do the 2 white dots and the squiggly.
Nah, bro.
No,
you
the
can't
whole,
not
it's
eaten.
the whole Pac-Man is glue.
You can't pick
Or
him when
glue,
he's
not
eaten.
glue.
No, not when he's eating. No. Just, it would be a small little ghost. It'll be very simple design. Wouldn't take a lot of effort.
Okay, fair
Yep.
enough.
Yep. What, you going to argue it?
What color? So you would pick him when the power pellets.
Well,
eaten?
while the power pellet super is in motion.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cool.
Blue Ghost.
Well, not.
Not the blue ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all blue in the power pellet mode.
There you go. That's what I'm going with. I'm
Alright.
going with them afraid and running away from Pac-Man. That version.
Cool. All right, JG, what you got?
So is Pac-Man on the other side chasing the
Nope,
ghost?
there's no Pac-Man. It's just a ghost. I don't even care which one.
I got Nightwing.
So a little meta there. I don't know if he's necessarily a video game character.
Oh, okay. So we're
But-
talking.
but that's fine.
He's been in Injustice. He
Okay.
can be considered a video game character.
He's also been in Batman Arkham.
Yeah, that's true. But if I really wanted to be a badass, I pick Sephiroth.
Ooh, that's
Dude, the sword alone is gonna hurt.
Oh no,
it would take up. It would go from like his chest all the way down to like your nether regions, man.
my dongs
Jeez.
That is gonna be the sword.
stabbing Aerith right in the back.
Well, Cooper, Keith, thank you for the emails, gents. We appreciate it. Next week's listener question. If you had to, that's last week's. What's next week's listener question?
I will let you know since it is my task.
My bad. Tried to steal it.
You sure did. All right. You are a CEO of a video game company. Your choice. You go ahead and pick. But what would you do to make that company better?
All right. Cool. I like it. Like, can we pick a specific company?
No, it's up to the listeners.
Aw.
They choose.
All right, you choose. All right, guys, that is next week's listener question. Email us, contact@scspodcast.net. Chat with us on Twitter. Any way you guys want to reach out to us. We'll have some fun, reading your emails on air. And again, if you need help, just click the link in the details in the description. Wherever you're listening to our podcast, you'll be able to get to that summary and just click the link. It'll take you right there and chat with us, guys. All right, so end game boss fight. This is the part of the show where we talk about what's going on with us outside the podcast and give each other end game bosses to figure out how to defeat for the next episode. And we'll discuss how we defeated last week's boss. So last week, what was I given? I was given the Magic the Gathering World Champion and had to find a way to defeat his undefeatable deck.
It was me.
2 out of 3.
Oh, so surprise, spoiler alert, Garrick was the undefeated champion?
Garrett absolutely is not the undefeated champion. But here's what I do. I look him in the face, in his nerdy, four-eyed face, and I say, hey, you beat me. I'm going to beat the living crap out of you, nerd boy. And then I sit on the table and I shake his hand. I squeeze it real hard, like I'm going to break his little fingers. And then we play.
That is not okay on so many levels.
What's up with you and
Violence.
resorting to violence to try to win?
Every answer.
I can't
Violence.
I can't beat him any other way.
Dang, it all
How
started
about
with
you just construct a deck?
believe in the
Use
heart of the cards.
cards.
It all started with Boma.
Now we're mixing games.
Yeah.
He just
I'll
been
just put a
killing
gun to
everybody.
Bulma's head.
Just beating up everybody.
So that's what I would do.
Okay.
All right. So my week was pretty good. It's been like week number 6 on my new job or so, 5 or 6. I'm blessed to be there. It's going well. I love my coworkers. Boss is cool. The job is cool. It's money, which I need to live because unfortunately the podcast isn't making enough for us to make, a living off for all 3 of us.
Man, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That would be sick.
We travel.
Patreon.com/Super Co-op Squad, guys.
Nice plug.
But yeah, so that's going well. The weekend was great. Spent some time with my family out in the Inland Empire of California. Football games, barbecues, birthdays. just watching our generation mind get older and have our kids and just watching them grow up and watch my little cousins grow up. It's been nice just hanging out. Noah spanked you on some NBA 2K18, bruh, and you had a lot of push-ups to do. And Caleb, you owe me 170 push-ups. Don't think I forgot. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, he does.
You guys play some serious games.
I'll tell you that story offline. But yeah, it was fun. But that's my week, guys. Oh, Cuphead. Lots of Cuphead. Game's freaking hard. God, it's hard.
Where are you?
I haven't had too much success. I'm just getting into aisle 3.
Okay.
Game's hard. So, yep. All right, Garrett. Last week I gave you the world champion rock, paper, scissors master, who's not psychic, not psychic, but he has a sixth sense. You can kind of almost always know what you throw before you do. You got to beat him 2 out of 3. How do you beat him?
Take a page out of Johnny's book. And we're going to do the rock, paper, scissors. It's rock, paper, and before my fist hits my hand, just punch him in the face. And rock.
I won that one, right? I won that one.
Didn't see that coming.
1, 2, 3, punch.
Right? What was that from?
I don't
Nothing?
know.
Oh, that's actually a thing. Like 1, 2, 3, punch. Nothing? Okay.
I don't know.
Sound like
Were you-
something from Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it wasn't Rhythm Heaven.
Were you disqualified or was no one else watching?
No. They saw it, but I looked at them too. I just
Every
raised
single
my
buddy,
fist.
you looked at the camera as it's playing
Yep.
on the
Everyone,
Jumbotron.
everyone watching, like, I dare you.
Let's just be honest. If it's the world champion rock, paper, scissors tournament, there's like 15 people in attendance, and they're not getting televised.
Yeah. It might be live streamed on Facebook.
Yeah, there's like
One viewer.
Speaking of like weird random things, there's like professional tag, real thing.
I can see that. Yeah. Have you seen the serious ones where it's like parkour?
Yeah,
Those are cool.
it is cool, but it's just funny.
I couldn't do it.
No, I'd break my legs.
Professional hide and seek.
Yeah, it's terrible. All right, so how's your week been?
Pretty slow. Nothing crazy. Overwatch Halloween events going on. I got this sick Symmetra skin. I'm happy. Like, if I get nothing else for the rest of that event, that's fine. I'm happy.
Nice.
Zarya does have a really cool 80s one, though. That's my second one. So hoping to get that. I still got until November 1st, so I got some time. Went to a bachelor party yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, not the kind of bachelor party you're thinking of. It's not like that. We just played some board games and we watched Lord of the Rings.
Nobody
And lots of drinks.
Sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Nobody passed out drunk, and you guys couldn't find your friend.
I was
who was
working on it. I almost did.
Drinking or passing out?
You let me finish my bit.
No, you're going for hangover.
Yes, let me
No.
finish.
Yeah, sorry.
It's too
Go ahead.
late. No.
Go ahead.
Nope.
The pop culture reference is done. But remember, you could do it a second or third time.
Yeah, well, the third time's not going to be as funny, though. Or
No,
the second
that's
time.
actually not true. Comedies, in threes.
Does it
that's-
make it funny?
Yeah, that's
Do
how
you
the,
want, oh, okay,
the,
okay.
the rule of comedy.
Let me
is
know how Friday After Next is. Huh?
a joke. A
Oh.
joke is funnier in threes. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
So played some board games. They played Codenames for the first time. That was a blast. Codenames is fun. What else? We played another game. Don't remember what it was. Oh, Joking Hazard, which is have you ever seen those like Cyanide Happiness comic strips?
I've seen the game at Target.
Yeah, same exact concept as Card Against Humanity, apples to apples, but it's just like comic panels of Cyanide and Happiness. It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. Did that, and that's pretty much been most of it. Still playing some Cuphead. Got to King Dice, so that's where I'm at. I have not beaten all the bosses. I do not feel like doing any plain ones right now. I do not want to do Kala Maria. Yeah, none of these names ring a bell.
No, I don't know them by name. But don't you have to beat them all just to go get to King Dice?
Nope. Well, actually, I don't know. I've reached King Dice.
Well, then you've beaten all the bosses.
Negative.
Except for maybe the last isle? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I can go to King Dice.
Okay.
Anyway, so that, and I repicked up Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I've been itching to play a single player game, and that's the one I'm in the mood for right now. It's fantastic series so far. I really hope they're working on the third one.
You're talking about the reboot, right?
Yes, the reboot. Tomb Raider. A lot of fun. So, that was me and
Cool.
my week.
Nice.
Joshua,
What's up?
I forgot what I gave you.
It's in the notes.
Cagney Carnation.
Cagney Carnation. Yeah, he's doing that. It's in black and white.
All right, cool. Well, granted that I would just step on a flower if I was that tall. Didn't work that way. So I got my village racks. I chopped that flour down real good.
Okay.
And then I stepped on them.
All right. Yeah, that'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's all I did.
You got the soul.
Cool. So I go back to work in a week. Not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to that because I don't have to sit at home and play games all day, every day. Who wants to do that? Sheesh. So I did 1,000 gamer score on Cuphead. So I'm done with Cuphead.
Nice.
Like, I'm officially done with it.
Well, I mean, did you get all the S ranks?
Yeah, and you actually don't need to get S rank on everything. You can,
No, I think just one.
just everything but the devil. Oh, no, sorry. No, you'd have to get one S rank and everything else is A's
Yeah.
or higher. Yeah. So, but the game is fun. I didn't play it in black and white mode. It wasn't required. I'll just, whenever I want to replay it or do co-op, I'll just jump into black and white mode.
Sweet.
Saw Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I thought it was not as good as the first movie. They throw a lot of sexual puns in the second movie, and they do a lot of other stuff. And do you guys care about that movie at all?
Yes, don't spoil it for me.
I want to watch the first one.
I saw the first one like 2 weeks ago. First one's really good. Second one's cool, but I like the first one better. All right, I was going to say something, but I can't.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, luckily, we don't have to spoil it.
I mean, we gave a spoiler warning, Johnny.
Yeah, it's
if you don't want to hear it, then
Well, remember,
you know,
Garrett said
skip
you have till tomorrow. You have 1 day or 1 week, however it is. By this episode recording next Sunday, I get to spoil it according to Garrett's rules.
all right.
So there's that. And guess what game I'm playing now?
I got nothing.
It's only like 10 months old.
10 months.
Yep, came out in January.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Should have did it like 10 months ago.
You should have. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was my fault, though.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm playing Horizon right now. It's really good.
So good.
It's so good. It's essentially Tomb Raider and Uncharted in its own new IP. It's great.
Yeah. Whole new setting and everything.
It's a lot to do in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've been busting my butt. I'm probably at least 40 hours in this week.
Woo!
That's what happens when you're not working. You
That's
just
true.
play games. I'm probably 40 hours in.
That's cool.
Doing a lot of good stuff. It's really good. Really liking the story. Really loving the female protagonist in Aloy. A lot of cool stuff. And she's a redhead too. Yay, redheads.
Go Team Red.
And that's about it. I'm going to try to finish that game before Odyssey comes out.
Cool.
I probably will at the rate I'm going, but we shall see.
All right, so Garrett, your boss fight for next week. You've been shrunken down, and you're in a maze. And there's a hamster in the maze with you. You got to get to the end of the maze to the cheese that'll make you regular size again before he does. It's a race. How do you beat him?
Okay.
Yep. There we go. That's it.
Might be able to do that. But I have to give you a boss, Joshua.
Yep.
Garrett looks around the garage as he tries to find inspiration.
Yeah, I need some sort of inspiration here.
Narrator.
No, we already fought babies.
Narrator. Garrett looks around the garage. It was a bad idea.
All right. I'm just going to start talking, and something's going to happen.
I'm going to have to do this before the episode.
Yeah.
Just for you. So
I was ready.
I have mine.
Yeah, I got to start thinking these. All right, Joshua. You have to catch
Aquila.
Aquila?
Come on, man.
Panther.
He messed it up, all right? I was talking.
Yo, he's got the Wii U turned on already. We're about to play some Smash because you don't know what to do.
Okay, now I'm put on the spot. It's not fair. Got it. All right, Joshua. You have to solve a puzzle where you have to get out of a locked room, but you have to get out, and your only help are 3 rabbits. You and 3 rabbits are locked in a room.
And
No
that's
windows. There's a door, but it's like steel. Like you're not breaking out of that.
it. Okay.
You gotta find a way out.
Okay.
Have fun.
Thanks. All right, Johnny. Since you like to talk about races, you made Garrett go on this crazy race chase.
Remember, he said races, not racists.
Yeah, races. RACES.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember that part.
So I had a race in mind for you too. You have to beat Usain Bolt in a foot race, 400 meters.
Wow.
You're a track and field star. Go.
Okay, well, that's my challenge.
You have
for next
one
week.
week to beat him in a 400 foot race.
All right, cool. Well, that's our show for today, guys. As always, thank you for checking us out, having fun with us every week. We appreciate it. You guys listening to us, and hopefully you're enjoying. We're definitely enjoying talking and doing the show. As always, guys, if you have time, we ask just a couple things from you. Motorcycles. Yeah, he's driving around the neighborhood.
You forgot something.
He must have. Yeah, so, first of all, if you have time, wherever you're listening to us, leave a review. That helps people find us. It helps kind of promote the show. It helps, us get our brand out there. And it's just a good thing for our show to get more awareness. So leave a review. Let them know what you think of the show. We would really appreciate that. And we have a new review from downstairs from you. Jojo Downstairs. That's his name. So Jojo Downstairs. So Jojo Downstairs says, great source of fun and knowledge for past, present, and future gaming. Sprinkle in some jokes, and it's basically 10,000 times better than, and he lists another video game podcast. I won't say that here because I think it's not nice, but if you want to read the review, you can go do that. But Jojo Downstairs, thank you for your kind words, man. We appreciate it. So yeah, and if anyone else leaves a review, we'll definitely read it out. So again, thank you. The second way you can help the show, guys, let friends and family know about us. The biggest way for us to improve and get a bigger audience is for you guys to tell people that care about things that you care about. So if you enjoy it, let people in your life know about it. And the last way, guys, if you got a buck or two, head on over to patreon.com/Super Co-op Squad. There's also going to be a link in the details and notes there for you guys to click on that. Give us a buck or two or whatever you think you can do to help the show. We'll use that for a myriad of things: equipment, server costs, the podcast hosting site costs. We're having new shows pop up, and there'll be some added things to the Patreon coming up very soon in regards to our new show, in addition to this one. So stay tuned for that, guys. But of course, as always, thank you for just listening. We appreciate that more than anything. That just your time is valuable more than anything else, and you guys are giving and devoting a little bit of that to us, and hopefully we're giving you guys some enjoyment back. Other than that, guys, we'll see you next week. You can chat with us if you'd like to, individually and as a group. As a group, you can reach us at Super Co-op Squad. You can find us individually. You can find me at JohnnyMac24.
You can find me at GJL3275.
And I'm Joshua_4_life.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. As always, I'm Johnny Mac.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Joshua.